Hey, so this is a video on do the HSIs work? We have people who are, not sure the HSI works because it's a proprietary tool and you're used to fibs and all that sort of stuff. So the thing to remember is that the HSI tool has Fibonacci, retracements and extensions in it, and it also has historical support and resistance. Okay, so how do we use the HSI tool? Well, first of all, it's found right here. It's a proprietary tool. It says HSI right here, and we simply got to find a top or a bottom for us to use it. So I'm going to use a 60-minute chart, but you can actually use HSIs on any chart as long as you can find a top or a bottom. So I'm going to go up here to the 60-minute chart. I'm on the Euro US dollar, and I'm just going to scroll back here, and you can see that we have a top here. Okay, now we're doing this after the fact, but it would still work because it grabs the same historical support and resistance in Fibonacci's based on the top. Okay, so that's what's important. It's not a self-fulfilling prophecy because I'm doing this in the past. I'm doing it in the past just to prove to you that it does work. So once I find a top, I just simply click on it and tell it what direction I'm going. Am I a buyer or a seller? I'm a seller in this case, and I click. And now it's going to give me these targets. Okay, now these are going down. These are supports. S1 is the first support. You can see they obviously knew where that one. They blew right through the second one because of the time of day or a fundamental announcement, but notice they knew exactly where the S3 was. If we break this S3, we're going to the S4. Well, you can see we went right to the S4 and actually blew through that. Now we've closed the candle below that, so that means that we're going to have a little pullback, and now we're going to try to go to the S5. All right. So there we are. All right. Now if we blow through that, we're actually going to maybe go to the S6. Now every currency has a limit to how far it can go. All right. But as you can see, these become very viable targets for us. So let's see if it gets to the S6. Okay, big pullback here. I mean S7, and sure enough, we get right to the S6, I should say. Now, if we break the S6, wow, going to the S7, that's a huge movement, especially for the euro. But it can do it. That's why we have those targets all the way down there. So you can see that target is way down here. All right, so let's see if it gets there. All right, boom, look what happened, right to the S7. All right, so you go, oh, well, Scott, you're so lucky. Doggone it, you're a really lucky guy. All right, so let's take it back up here. Okay, now we've got a movement that's going up. Let's just take this off and see if it can find the up targets. Okay, I'm going to do quite a few of these here because for those of you who don't believe it'll work, I'm going to show you that it actually does. And we'll go pretty fast now once you see that, we're actually looking at those kind of moves pretty quick. All right. So here's the R1. And as the resistance is going up, that's why they call it R. R1, R2, R3, R4. You notice I know exactly where it was. So we break the R4, we're going to try to go to the R5. See where we went to the R5. If we're going to break that, now remember we're in a downtrend, so it's going to be pretty hard to go to the R6 since we're in a downtrend. So that's probably the top. How do I know that? I've done thousands of these. But we could go to the R6, okay? Well, you can see that was the end of that trade right there. All right? So there's just one currency. Let's do another one, all right? So because I might have been lucky on that one. Let's go to the British pound. Take it up to a 60-minute chart, and we'll see what we do here. Now we've got a big move here, and we can see we have a top right up in here, okay? So we'll pop this from here down. I'm going to go pretty fast now because all you need to see is, yes, it knows where they are. Okay, so you can see that it knew right where the S3 was. Yes, it knew right where the S4 was. Yes, it knew right where the S5 was. And if we break down below here, does it know where the S6 is? Yes, it knows where the S6 is. Break below that, we're going to try to go to the S7. All right, let's see if we get there. Oh, gee, I wonder if I knew where the S7 was. Oh, you're lucky again. Doggone it. Ooh, we're breaking that one. Maybe we'll go down to the S8. That's pretty hard move for that. Typically, the only thing that goes below the S7 is the pound yen. All right, so. Oh, but we could simply put another set on, find another top. Anytime we have a 100 pip retracement, then we could take and put another top on. So there's a top right here. Here you can see we have a 100 pip retracement, 6100 to 6200. So we could put another set on here. All right. So we'll put that on and change the color so you can see the difference. All right. And so we'll see if that knows where these marks are. Okay. So from here, S3, S4, S5. And S6 right there. See that? All right, there's the S7. All right, didn't quite get down there. All right, so you can see they're pretty reliable so far. We're working probably at 95% right here. Okay, okay. Let's take the up move. Let's take all this off, and let's do the up move here from this bottom here. So I'm just go over here like this so we can't see it, and we're just going to click on the bottom. That's why we have the yellow lines in here, so you don't have to find the candle. Just find the yellow line, tell it you're a buyer. Finds these targets to the upside. Okay, so there we are. We knew where the R1 was, knew where the R2 was, knew exactly where the R3 was, knew exactly where the R4 was. Okay, now remember it's a downtrend, so will it go to the R5? Probably not. That's probably the end of it, but it could. So let's see. Well, it did. Oh, it missed it by a couple of pips. Okay, this is 17. It went to 06, so it missed it by 11 pips. But that would still been your target, and you can see you'd have made a lot of money targeting that S6. That's where we are currently on that. All right, let's go take it to another one. How about the Aussie dollar? Does it work that way too? Well, let's just go see. We'll go up here to the 60-minute chart, and we'll go find a top. All right, so here's a top right here, going down. Let's see if she knows where these targets are. There's the S2, the S3, the S4, set of twins on there. We break the S4. We're going to the S5. All right, we didn't. And that move, we had a pullback, and then we go down again, and we went to the S5. Now we have a 100-pip pullback, so we can put a separate set of them on here from this top. So we'll change this color. Now we got two sets of them that we can watch for. All of them are very, very viable because they have Fibonacci's in it. If you're a Fibonacci trader, then you don't have to worry whether the S3 or the HSI is a valid tool for you, because it is. If you're a Fibonacci trader, you like Fibonacci's, it's already built in there. All right, so you can see the second set worked to the S2, worked to the S3, at the S4. Why did they break? Because they had to finish this one off here at the S5. See that? Now if we break here, we're going to the S5 of the yellow line. Gee, I wonder if they knew where that was. That was a lucky guess again. All right, we're going sideways here. If we break this S5, we can see our next target is the S6. All right, does it get there? Yes, right here. But you still have pullbacks. Notice when it went back up to the S5 and then broke to the S6 again. All right, if we're going to break down, gee, I wonder if they knew where that one was. You see? And, oh, did they know where that one was? Yes, they knew where that one was. Oh, did they know where that one was? Oh, yes, they knew where that one was. Gee, so lucky. All right, and that's the bottom right there. Okay, that's S7. It's very hard for a currency to move past the S7. So I'm going to remove all the tools, and now we can plot the up move. Where's the up move going? Find the HSI targets. Put them on here. All right, you can see they knew where the R1 was. The R2 was blown right through, but they stopped right here at the R3, pulled back, and went right to the R4. So if we break that, we're going to the R5. Okay, now that's where we are. Currently didn't get to the R5 yet, but we haven't broken below this R4, so that's still a possibility for us to go to the upside. At any rate, any one of these targets would have been great to shoot for, whether you get to them or not. Okay, all right, so now I've been really lucky on 3 of them. Let's see if I could do 4 of them. You think you could do 4 of them? Well, what should we look at? Let's look at the Swissy. All right, Swiss franc. Once again, we'll take it up to the 10-minute world. All right, let's go down here. Well, I don't want to do that because we had let's go in the past before that. All right, let's go in the past before that intervention occurred. We'll just take it from here. All right, so we still have a top way up here. Wow, how far up is that thing? Man. Okay, there it is right there. All right, so we're all the way back in the past here. I'll put the HSI on a sell. We're going down. There they are. Let's spread it out so we can see them. There's the S2, the S3, the S4, the S5 to the pip, you see. Break the S that. We're going to try to go to the S6. Will we get there? I don't know, but that's our goal, is to try to stay into that target. All right. Didn't quite get there, okay? So let's flip it up the other way, and we'll take this off, and now we've got an up move. All right, so we'll see how far this is going. Can we plot the targets using just the HSI? All right, so now we can see they knew where the R1 was. There's the R2. Did we get there? Oh, yeah, we knew that one was. If we go sideways and go up, we're going to go to the R3. Let's just see. Oh, gee, they know exactly where that was, to the pip. Man, you're pretty lucky, Scott. I tell you what. Oh, we broke the R3. Now our new target is the R4. Let's see if we get there. We missed it by 52 from the 8 pips is all we missed it by. Oh well, considering we did it, 2 weeks in advance. All right, so now we got a top here in place. Let's take this off, remove, and we can just simply click here and see if it'll find them. All right, knew where the S1 was, knew where the S2 was, knew where the S3 was, and knew where the S4 was. And will it break to the S5? It's trying to break, and not any luck there. Okay, we can move that upside move there. But let's take a look at this next down move here. Okay, so I'm going to take these off, and we'll do it again. All right, so HSI from this top right here. Sell. All right. Well, you can see they blew. That was a fundamental announcement. Blew right through the S3. Here's the S4. Will they know where that is? Oh, they knew exactly where that S4 was. How about to the S5? Oh, gee, they went right on through it. Look at that. Now, if we're breaking through here, our next target is the S6 if we don't have a big pullback. Okay, well, we had a big pullback. All right, so now we're going again. Now we have a 100 pip retracement here. So remember, we can put another set of HSIs on, and now we'll have two to shoot for. Remember, it's a target tool. Let me change this to a different color so we know it's a different one. Alright, so you can see they knew where the S1 was, the S2, the S3 is right here. Let's see if it knows where that is. Yep, sure knew where that was. Alright, we're breaking below here, okay? Sunday night with a gap. Okay, where are we going? S4. S4, we did it. Now we're below that, we're going to the S5. Now we get something that's very interesting. This is what we call confluence. Alright, this is a great target. Why? Because we have an even number, 7,900, and we have two HSIs at the same spot. Remember, there are Fibonacci's are built in here. Alright, so if you're a Fibonacci trader, you like Fibonacci's, which you should be in the Forex, and then you should embrace the HSI because it makes your job so much easier. Alright, so let's just see what happens. Boom, right down through both of them, breaks the 7,900, pulls up. Now we're going down to the S6. Gee, I wonder if they knew where that was. Okay, so that should be enough of them right there to prove to you that the HSI actually is a phenomenal target. And when we're traders, we're looking for these big spots. Sure, there are barriers in between them that keep it from going right to it. That's why it stopped here and bounced and then went down to the target. You know, all along here there are barriers, previous support or resistance, Fibonacci values, Fibonacci extensions that keep it from going to the target. But that doesn't alter the target. And the HSI is one of the most amazing proprietary tools in the world. And, you know, you will not find it anywhere else on any other chart. So, you know, while you have a phenomenal tool like this, in my opinion, it's ludicrous not to pay attention when you have that kind of statistical probability of getting to the target. So hopefully that helps you in understanding about the HSI. All right.